Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shout outs to the early birds. What up, what up, what up, Special K? What it do? Yeah. Is that Lahoma, Washington? Lahoma, Washington? Salute, Mobile, Alabama. Belinda, what's up, Belinda? What it do? Soar above. What's up, what's up? Mike Candy, what it do? North Carolina in the building. Chi-Town has made its way in the building. I see Lemon Tea, Mark Patton, Trinidad checking in. Echo Neighbor. I see Oakland, California, Double O Black. What up? Double O Black. Stacy Galore, 404. What's up? What's up, ATL? What's up, Joel? What it do? I'm going in, fam. I'm going in. I want to show y'all something. Y'all, let me know if I'm tripping or not. I want to show you something. So let me pull it up right quick. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. This is a post by Al B. Shore today, where he employs his son to come home. The door is wide open. You're safe here, son. I love you, Pops. You're biological. This is obviously in reference to what's going on with Diddy and the raids that was at his house on Mondays, his homes in Los Angeles and in Miami on Monday. And all of the allegations surrounding those raids. I'll be sure took to social media to publicly invite his son to come on home. Some people took exception to that. You had people saying things like, well, that's a private matter. You couldn't call him. You couldn't text him. Here's the thing, fam, before I get into some of these comments, it's very difficult to post anything on social media that's positive and not get an influx of negativity. It seems like people are just drawn to it, like everything. People have to see the cynical side of everything. To me, I thought it was just a simple post, a simple gesture of love for his son, saying, I got you, man. You ain't out here all by yourself. I got you. You're going through it. I got you. But you know people. You know people. Check out some of these comments, family. Oh, man. And I'm going to take myself off the screen so y'all can see the whole thing. My man Dion Cole, I'll come back to his comment. I see Candace Matthews dropped a comment, and Sunshine Anderson. See Serena dropped a comment, and now Matt Barnes dropped a comment. But you see a lot of them are saying stuff like, why so much hate? So this person here says, why is this a public letter? Somebody else said, you could have texted him this, y'all be social media parenting. Somebody stood up for Al and said, this man has never stopped expressing his love for his kids, ever. Somebody said Al B got dragged for a long time through BS while trying to be a father. If most of you paid attention or did your research, you would know. So what if he posted this on IG? It's the truth. Diddy is under investigation by the feds. Everybody needs to be at a safe distance. And I thought this was very telling. Rick Party Live wrote, there's a lot of personal pain projected in this thread, and it leads me to believe that this kind of public display of love is unfamiliar to some. Good God, I'm pausing on that one, fam. Let me say that again. This man said, there's a lot of personal pain projected in this thread, and it leads me to believe that this kind of public display of love is unfamiliar to some. Salute, salute, salute. Rick, man, I couldn't have said it any better myself. Let's go back to the thread. A good parent would always keep their door wide open for the child to come back home, even if it takes putting their faces on a milk carton for decades, metaphorically speaking, so be it. Now, Stockholm Syndrome is real. Damn Skippy. Somebody said he got to protect his sisters. That's what Kim, his mother, would want. I think two things can be true at the same time. Mistress said, man, please, why you didn't go get your son since he was so unsafe instead of chilling? Somebody else said, why not send him a text? Why does everything got to be on social media? Somebody also said, I hope the door will also be open for his siblings, and I pray that God blesses the entire situation. I'm sure that the door is open for his siblings. I'll be sure, if y'all don't know, he's a good dude. I've been in this industry for a minute. I was in this industry, I believe, before Al B. Sure got into the industry. And I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Al B. Sure. I'm sure some people have said something bad about him, but I don't typically just hang around negative speaking people, so I wouldn't know. But if Al B. Sure had a bad reputation, I would know by now. I would absolutely know by now. Because you don't necessarily have to know someone to know that they have a bad reputation. Al B. Sure ain't got no stories out there like that. Al B. Sure is a good dude. And what I think that some people don't understand, somebody said, why didn't you just go get your child if he's so unsafe? Perhaps because he may have been charged with kidnapping. Since his wife had custody, Kim Porter, who's now deceased, had custody, and I believe they said that Diddy adopted him. And now he's a grown man. So you can't just go get a grown man and bring a grown man to come stay with you. You can extend the invitation, is what he did. And I personally don't see anything wrong with that particular post. A lot of times I do say to myself, you know, why don't people keep these matters private? But I think with such a public display of actions against Diddy and his son being somehow entangled in that perhaps he felt the need to let the world know, I'm still his daddy. I still got his back. And I'm here for him. I don't see anything wrong with that. Now you start talking about disciplining your child and trying to publicly embarrass him because they made some bad grades, or maybe they bullied somebody, or they was trying to be fast. They did something they wasn't supposed to do. So you whooping them all on social media, whooping them like you're riding a horse. That's different. That's different. That's vastly different. How many of y'all get on social media every day, giving it up for your child, giving it up for your children? Some of y'all, every single little thing y'all children do, y'all, look at my baby. I'm proud of my baby. I'm proud of, and you know, I'm making fun of it, but it's cool. I ain't got no problem. I ain't no problem with that. Ain't no problem with saluting your baby, and you proud. You proud of your children. You want to express the love, you know, that's cool. But also, how many of y'all get on here and express love for your parents and always talking about how great of parents you have? You know? But when it comes to celebrities, we got a double standard. Everybody got something to say about how you should be parenting your child. Oh, which, by the way, is a grown man. How old is Quincy, by the way? Let's see. "32 years old. 32 years old. And by the way, again, is a spitting image of his father. It's unbelievable how closely they resemble. Going into the comments. Sean Lunatic, what's up? Yolanda Williams. Don Meatley, what up? Somebody said grown but lives with Diddy. What's wrong with being grown and living with the man who raised you? I mean, Diddy raised him. Diddy's his stepfather. What's wrong with being? This is what I want to know, because I be hearing people like, you know, especially, you know, people that got that kind of that melanin. Always talking about how somebody is grown and living with their parents. What's wrong with being grown and living with your parents? I've seen people that are grown and living with their parents be millionaires. I've seen I've seen them pool their resources. I've seen grown people living with each other and pooling their resources to build wealth. I got a buddy right now. They have a compound. It's like 5 families who live in the house. Everybody got their own rooms, and then they got a common area, but they got their own big, large bedrooms. Everybody got, they got the main couple's got a bedroom, and then their kids got their own bedrooms. They got a compound. Everybody live under the same roof, and they're rich, filthy rich. But you'll hear poor people and people who are living check to check say, "Hey, he's grown. He need to be on his own." Well, perhaps if more of us pooled our resources together, maybe we'll have more. If we learn how to work together. Yeah, there's something wrong when you grown and you living with your parents and you cutting up and you ain't got nothing going on. You ain't working towards something. You just laying up in the house and smoking and drinking and eating and having sex and just doing whatever you want to do. You pretty much just nothing, just existing. There's something wrong with that, I do believe. But if you're thriving towards something, if you're working, if you're progressive, even if it takes a moment of clarity for you to have to pump your brakes, maybe you're going through something and you need a break. Maybe you don't have enough to live on your own. Maybe you're grown, but you fell on hard times and you just can't afford to live in a nice, safe neighborhood or whatever for right now. And your parents say, "Come on, I got you." Whenever you decide that you are ready to move on, you can move on. And obviously you want to do this within respect, right? Because it's a bad idea to try to live with your parents and then you got your own family and you got unruly children, you unruly, you don't want to follow rules. If you're following the rules, in your parents' house, you're following the rules, everybody respectful, the kids are respectful, it's a cohesive environment. What the hell is wrong with living with your parents? If you're healthy, if y'all living in a healthy environment and it's conducive to productivity, if you're growing, if you're building an empire, even if you're not building an empire, even if you're just there to be safe, what the hell is wrong with living with your parents? My home is going to always be open to my children. Now, they may not want to be living with me. They may want their own spot. They may want to live where they want to live, and that's fine. But they know they can always come back to daddy. They know the door going to always be open. I don't know where some of us get this stuff from. If everybody living, if the environment is cohesive, if it's respectful, if everybody working on trying to do something, or even like I say, if you fall on hard times, maybe you need a moment of clarity and you need to just get yourself, maybe you're going through something and you got to have somewhere safe to go. And I don't give a damn if you come to my house and you just got to sit up in that room and just be to yourself for a while. I ain't got no problem with that. All of us need a sanctuary. All of us need somewhere that when we feel down and we feel low, when life get the best of us, we can go somewhere that we feel safe. And we're not going to be judged. We're not going to be attacked. I'm not with all this stuff that I be hearing people talk about, like, oh, he grown, or she grown, she need to have her own. That's why a lot of times our children, we might do everything for them when they're young, and sometimes we don't give them the skills to get out there and get it on their own or whatever. And we don't give them the right information to be able to accept rejection, because they've gotten everything they've always wanted, right? And then when they turn 18, you gone, you get out. I did my part, get out. But what if people learn at different rates, people grow at different rates. So what if your child is 18, but they still got the mind of a 15-year-old? What if they're not ready? You're going to just throw them out to the wolves anyway. What if they're not ready to be out there on their own? And this is what happened to millions of kids in the United States. These kids end up leaving home too fast. They're ill-equipped for the real world. And the pressure gets to them. And they start doing drugs. They start drinking. They might get involved in criminal activity, trying to pay the rent, trying to pay those bills. Got to think about that type of stuff. You go to these other countries. Some of these other countries you go to, it's natural for families to live together, multiple families to live together. And they got way more than some of us right here in the United States be talking all that crazy talk. They got way more than we ever had. And they're way more respectful toward each other. The children are way more respectful toward the adults. The adults are way more respectful toward the children. And guess what else? They take pride in taking care of their mothers and fathers in their old age. It's an honor. It is not a burden. In the United States, we've been trained to believe that it is a burden to take care of our elderly. That's how slow we are. We've been trained to believe it's a burden to take care of our elderly, to take care of our mothers and fathers. We've been trained to believe that. And we wonder why you have all of this chaos in the families, why we got so many dysfunctional families. We don't really love each other like we say we do. We don't rock with each other like we say we do. And we got the nerve in this country to look down on other countries where per capita people have a lot less. Now, they may have some shortcomings financially, but we have shortcomings morally. This country is morally bankrupt. I lived overseas. I lived in other countries. I seen them do it. I seen the difference. Those people take honor in protecting their elderly. They take honor in it. It's a privilege. And when they take care of their mother and their father, they still treat them with the same respect they did when they were children. Just because the mother and the father now is immobile or don't have all their faculties don't mean that they take a dump on them. No, they respect them and they're still patient with them. They don't just take care of them and be resentful while they're taking care of them like we do out here. They take care of them and they take pride and they continue to respect them. We got it wrong, fam. We got it wrong right here. We so busy trying to live our life, have fun. Man, mama got a cold, put it in all folks' home. Oh, man, daddy slipped and hurt his ankle. Man, I can't take care of him. I'll put him in a convalescent home. Anybody, just put him on somebody. Anybody but me. And I'm not just talking. When my daddy couldn't take care of himself, I brought him to live with me and I took care of him. So I ain't just talking. And that's a daddy that I didn't grow up with. We train if my daddy ain't there, we train to believe anything mama say. So if daddy ain't there, we don't even know the other side of the story. All we know is that he wasn't there. We don't know how many times he had the police called on him, how many times mama tried to get him jumped by her brothers. We don't know how many times she called him and how many letters that she threw away. We don't know how much money she collected on our behalf that daddy paid, where he was paying his child support. We don't know none of that. We just, daddy ain't nothing. I can't stand him. Don't want nothing to do with him. Then on his deathbed, you find out the truth. There you go. I'm never going to abandon my children. Never. How can you bring somebody into the world? Man, I don't understand. Nah. I ain't got no problem with what Al B. Sure said. For those of you who are just joining the live, we were having a discussion about Al B. Sure's post that he made on IG today, where he invited his son to come back home. As y'all know, his son was living with Diddy, was really raised by Diddy for the most part. And this is the son that he had with Kim Porter, who is now deceased, R.I.P. And this amidst the drama going on with Diddy being having his homes in Los Angeles and Miami raided on Monday. People being handcuffs, allegations being strewn all over the internet. The feds is on him. They had two of his sons in handcuffs. Justin and King were in handcuffs. So Al B. Sure took to social media to invite his son to come back home. And you had people that got hot about that. Yeah, fam. They got hot. They got mad. They was mad. Ain't got a dog in the fight. They were mad. Here's the post right here. So let's back up for a moment. Let's see, where is it? Let's go back. Let's go back. Here's the post. Letter to my son. Letter to my son. That's the post. Come home. The door is wide open. You're safe here, son. I love you, Pops. You're biological. So you had people that was getting upset about that. But here's what Dion Cole had to say. These comments are sad. If I did a survey, perhaps 80% of the negative comments are Black folks. That's how we do each other in the moment of need. Your comments about what you think won't help a goddamn thing, but your encouragement and love will help in this moment. It's not about what was done. It's about what you do last. Leave some love and then go make the most of your so perfect life. Simple. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that. Why is it some people are wired when they see stuff on social media, they're wired to take the cynical approach on everything. If somebody posts something negative, they're going to pounce on the negativity. If somebody posts something positive, they're going to pounce on the positivity. They're going to be like, yeah. But yeah, they're going to always try to throw up the past, always try to find a cynical angle. Man, I'm glad I'm not built like that. I'm glad my life is not wired like that. I'm glad my energy is not wired like that. That's got to be a very sad life. Every day, just wake up negative, talking down, just mad. Nikki B, what up? Here you is, got a father who himself has experienced some rough patches recently in life, and almost died, but came through. And now his son is going through a rough patch, and he reaches out to his son to say, I got you. Come on home, you're safe. And somebody got something negative to say about it. Good God. And I bet you a lot of them got kids. What do you think they're teaching their kids? There are some people who watch television daily for the sole purpose of picking apart the people who are on television. Ooh, look at her hair. Ooh, I can't stand. Ooh, her booty too big. Ooh, look at her breast. Man, why he got his beard like that? Ooh, man. He cut off all his mustache. Yeah. Just finding the negativity. Just zeroing in on anything that they can find off. When there's so much more that they could find that's positive. They just zero in on what's negative. Just looking for the negative. It's like some people who might go into, let's say, a black establishment. And they're just looking for something to be wrong. What's that smell? What's that smell? They're just looking for something wrong. Ooh, looking at the napkins like, Why these napkins won't break? It seems like they too strong. Napkins too strong. Oh, the napkins too weak. They tore right. As soon as I stretched them, they tore. Let me taste the water. Something wrong with this water. I ain't never tasted no water like this before. Well, what's wrong with it? It tastes that. I don't know if it's nasty, but I'm just saying. It don't taste right. But what's wrong with it? I'm just saying it just, That's why I don't be going to black restaurants. Because they water, man, you know. You be looking, the food. How long does it take to bring the food out? Man, we've been waiting for 25 minutes for this food. They should bring the food out by now. Then they finally bring the food out, eat the food, and everything like, it's all right, but something missing. That's an inside joke. There's something missing. Everything's wrong. Don't like the waitress. Don't like the chair. How come the table don't have a cloth on it? How come the table have a cloth on it? Why they don't open 7 days a week? Why they only open 6 days a week? Why they open 7 days a week? Why don't they just open 6 days a week or 5 days a week? Why they got to be open every day? They greedy. Inside counting the customers, trying to count how many seats inside the restaurant and how much the average bill probably costs based on what you spent. Going to a black bank, they trying to see if any paper on the ground. Is this FDC assured? FCD. FDC insured. So, yes, ma'am. We are backed by the government, the federal government, just like every other bank. And your money is safe up to $250,000. $250,000. That's all. Well, ma'am, you're trying to make a deposit right now for $250. Safe to say you probably ain't gonna have that problem. Like, damn, man, come on, man. Just negativity all day long. Negativity. Just negativity all day long, fam. Well, can I speak to somebody else? Because let me speak to the manager. Okay, so they say that this lady, whoever she is, ma'am, the teller. Yeah. Well, you need to tell her that you need to tell the teller. You need to tell her that she don't know what she's talking about. Because she said it was 250. Yes, it is, ma'am. Well, what happened to up to 100? I think she lied. Well, ma'am, that was years ago. But I want to know, is it FDC insured? No, it's not, ma'am. It's FDIC insured. FDIC. What is FDIC? Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, ma'am. And who is that? That's the federal government. It's a federal government agency which insures deposits in commercial banks and thrifts, ma'am. Oh, well, okay, well, like thrift stores or no, ma'am. You know what? There is a bank right up the street. You might want to check them out. But they'll run into a no-name bank that's not black owned and put their money in there with no questions. It'd be a no-name bank. The name of the bank be Down the Street Bank. They up in there. This is a nice bank. This is all right. Now I like the way they treated me. You know, I like the way they treated me. They gave me some water. They gave me some water and said good morning. I like that bank. Yeah, yeah, girl, come pick me up from the bank. You at the bank, huh? What you doing? You making a deposit? Yeah, I was just coming in here making a deposit, like just putting some money in, put my money in the bank, trying to make sure, just asking them some questions and stuff. Come pick me up. Well, how you get over there? I Ubered. You Ubered to the bank? Oh, yeah, I Ubered. What happened to your car? A long story. I ain't had a car in 3 years. But come pick me up. People are a trip, man. A trip. That's LB Shore and Quincy. They got a picture. They got another picture out there of them. I mean, where's that picture? You know what? I got the picture. Look at this picture, fam. Look at that picture right there of Quincy. Boy, it's a spitting image of LB Shore. LB Shore, Kim Porter, and Quincy. If people are happy, family, if people are happy, why not be happy for them? I mean, what's wrong with just being happy just because they're happy? Why look for the cynical angle? Why look for it? And if something is awry in the relationship, it'll show itself. But we ain't got to try to encourage it and hope that it happens. Like, let people live. Let them enjoy themselves. The man made a simple post about his son. Come on home, you're safe here. And you had people making all kinds of comments like they had a real dog in the fight. People just being cynical for no reason at all. I'm going to read this post one more time, fam, and I'm going to take a poll. Because like I said, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm green. I don't know. Maybe I'm green. But here's the post. Here's the post. And here's the picture. That's the picture right there. That's the picture. And the post is captioned, "Letter to my son. Come home. The door is wide open. You're safe here, son. I love you, Pops. You're biological." Okay, it's a little dig at Puff right there with your biological. That's a little dig. But just overall, do y'all see a problem with the post? If you got a problem with the post, thumbs down. If you think the post is cool, ain't nothing wrong with it, it's cool, give me a thumbs up. If you got a problem with it, thumbs down. Let me see if it's just me. Let's see. Let's see what y'all saying. Stanley up, Adam up, Ye up, Latoya up, King Butch up, Benita up, Rodney down, Danielle up, Tracy up, Late Bloomer up, Ashley up, Bawana up, Diamond up, late bloomer up, Bubba Lips up, Janice up. For anybody that has a problem with it, tell me why. Maybe I'm missing something. I love learning, so maybe I'm missing something. Tell me why. No Limit up, Dana up, Frank up, Charles up, CY She up, Renee up, S. Marie up, 79 Blackish up, Jeremiah up, Brian up, Randy up, Nia up, BDQ up, Andrea up, Lachey up. Okay, Billy Williams. All right, look like overwhelmingly you guys are in support of the post. That's good. That's okay. I'm good because I was thinking like maybe it was just me, but this is good news. That's good news. That's good news. Maybe there is some hope. Maybe there is some hope for society. Maybe we got a chance, fam. Just maybe we have a chance. This is what I mean, family, by people not knowing what's really going on. So remember not long ago, Diddy went to see Kanye West. Diddy went to see Kanye West at Rolling Loud in Los Angeles. And let's see, let me stop the screen share first. So Diddy went to see Kanye West in Los Angeles. And we thought, like from the outside looking in, that okay, Diddy out there supporting Kanye. Well, the word get back that Kanye refused to see Diddy after the show. Like Kanye didn't want to meet up. Diddy wanted to talk to Kanye, I guess bury the hatchet, and Kanye didn't want anything to do with him. So Kanye refused to meet with Diddy after the show. But from the outside, it looked like everything was kosher. This is what I mean. Like a lot of times we on the outside, we looking in, we speculating. We don't really know what's going on. We speculate, but a lot of times we don't actually say that we're speculating. We speak like what we're talking is the gospel. So, they had I guess they had a little spat from back in the Gap when Kanye wore the White Lives Matter shirts and Diddy said something about it on the Breakfast Club. Diddy was like, he ain't with that, boom, boom, boom. He was being critical of Kanye, who was, at the time, his buddy, his homie, his friend. Kanye didn't take it too kindly. And, they kind of fell out. So it seemed like they had buried the hatchet but no such thing happened, according to reports. Yeah, Luke on yesterday talking about how he went to a couple of puff parties, but he left early. He said he didn't stick around to see what go down. Wasn't his business. He got on up out of there. All of this, fam, as you know, is all of this happened in the aftermath of Cassie filing a lawsuit against Diddy and Diddy settling in record time. I mean, less than 24 hours, Cassie had the bag. So she allegedly buried the hatchet, or seemingly buried the hatchet. Not so fast, because she put out a report a couple of days ago through her lawyer stating that she hopes that Diddy is punished, basically to the fullest extent of the law. So she got the bag, and we thought it was going to be a long time before we heard from Cassie again, at least anything having to do with this case. But through her lawyer, she had a lot to say. Now I'm gonna say, I said it once and I'm gonna say it again, family. Even though the feds raided Diddy's homes, even though these allegations are running amok, even though it looks extremely bad for him, if Puffy goes to trial, in the absence of physical evidence, not he say, she say, Puffy is going to beat all charges. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think will happen. They're going to need some physical evidence. Physical evidence in the form of really a video. Even audio may not be enough. Audio, because audio can oftentimes can be disputed. But video, you see, yeah, that's him, that's her, that's him. Yeah, that's very hard to dispute. And Puffy has proven in the past that you can point the finger at him, but that don't necessarily means that that's him. You know, like, you're going to have to produce a video. There is one person that has been conspicuously quiet this guy named Jason. Are y'all familiar with Jason Whitlock? This guy right here? That's Jason Whitlock. That's a picture of Jason Whitlock. Some people call him Jason Hamhock, but that's Jason Whitlock. He is one of the most self-loathing black men on earth. Always have something negative to say about black folks. Very, very negative. I'm talking about black famous people. Always got something negative. Always talking down. Love to talk down on black males, black male athletes, because I do believe he talked down on them because he's jealous of them. He's jealous that they possess the athletic prowess that he never could. They have the athletic prowess that he never, ever, ever could. So he's jealous of that. They can get the girls. They got action. And Jason don't like that. But that's Jason Whitlock. Here's another picture of him. This is before he went full ham. You can see about to bust out the seams, right? You see him about to bust open. So that's Jason Whitlock back in the Gap. This is him today. They say you are what you eat. He straight up turned into a ham hock. What's up, Jason Carden? Buckhorse DC, what up? Miss Gang Smashers, Rob Trimble. King Butch. Justin Durham. Ice Girl, what's up? Mike Brown, what up, Mike Brown? Alicia Hill. What's up, Alicia? Dales. Sweet Penelope. Shalom from Egypt. Yas, what's up? Egypt checking in. That's right. Checking in from the motherland. I appreciate you. 10KG, what up? Appreciate you. All right, fam, that's my time. That's my time. That's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Hey, fam, click the button below to make sure that you subscribe to the Willie D Live YouTube channel. Right now, we're simulcasting Facebook and YouTube. but there's a link in the description for you to click on to join the Willie D Live Conversations channel on YouTube. I moved all my interviews from this channel to the Conversations channel on YouTube. So all the interviews going forward, all of the stuff going forward, the new interviews, I got some good stuff coming up too. All of the interviews going forward will be on the Willie D Live Conversations channel on YouTube. Willie D Live Conversations. You can type it in or you can click on the link in the description. Also, family, get you some gear. Go on there and check out, there's a link under there to get you some gear, get you some hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. Can't get this one, fam. My daughter made this one right here. Boom, that's kind of live, right? That's one of a kind. You dig what I'm saying? That's dope. Anyway, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. I do have another live coming later. I think y'all gonna be really, really, you know what? I'm not gonna give it away. I'm not gonna give it away at all. But I do have another live coming, I think maybe around 4 or 5, something like that. Get ready, fam. It's about to heat up. Until next time, fam, enjoy your morning, your evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.